Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Let's continue our discussion of the 7 principles of universal design. Starting with number 5, tolerance for error. We would like to provide a design that minimizes hazards and also minimizes any bad consequences of accidental or unintended actions. All right. People can make mistakes. People can blunder into things. We want to um, design so that even if they make mistakes, they still don't get hurt. So, our designs need to arrange the different elements to minimize hazards and also to minimize errors. Therefore, the most used items or the most used controls should be those that are most accessible. And any hazardous elements, and by the way, there are lots of them in kitchens and bathrooms, should be eliminated, isolated, or shielded. Under this category, we want to provide warnings of any hazards and errors, and also to provide some fail-safe features. And if there's any tasks that require vigilance that you really need to pay attention to, we need to discourage with our design unconscious or unthinking action. So here's an example of an induction cooktop, all right, and that has some fail-safe features. It will shut off if a pan is not sitting on the heating element, and it will shut off if the pan boils dry. What are some other examples for kitchens and baths? GFCI receptacles or electrical outlets. That's going to reduce the risk of shock when human error occurs and we touch those outlets, right? Temperature limiting faucets. They will not go above a certain temperature to prevent accidental scalding or burns. There are some timed automatic shutoffs for faucets, ventilation, for appliances. All right, so if somebody walks away without shutting them off, they will turn themselves off. And like we just mentioned, induction cooktops have a high tolerance for error. In this illustration, we have an automatic digital timer that will shut off lights or ventilation or whirlpools. Principle number 6 involves low physical effort. If you follow this principle, your design can be used efficiently, comfortably, and with minimum of fatigue. This is really important for a wide range of users, right? And you should allow your user to maintain a neutral body position and use reasonable operating forces. All right, they shouldn't have to bend over for long periods of time. They shouldn't have to pull or push very hard. You also want to minimize repetitive actions, things that you have to do many times in a row, or sustained physical effort that you have to do for a long period. So here's an example, a dishwasher or a laundry appliance, as in this illustration, um, to be lifted off the floor. This will minimize bending, again, maintain a neutral body position, and it also minimizes that sustained effort of holding that bent position. What are some examples of this for kitchen and bath design? The first one is lever handles. They have less effort to push, all right? And also D-pulls, a little bit different design for cabinetry. So remote controls or motion activation also work with this principle. And just conveniently locating your storage and appliances lessens how much somebody has to bend over, reach, stretch, either too high, too low. So tall storage, which provides a variety of different heights for different items. raised dishwashers and clothes washers, like we just saw in the last illustration, and also counter height microwaves and wall ovens. All right, anything in that kind of that sweet spot of not having to reach up or down involves less effort. Don't forget to conveniently locate your towel bars and your toilet paper holders. In our illustration here, we have a toilet with remote control for the bidet. All right, and that reduces the physical effort involved in someone keeping themselves clean. Our last principle of universal design is size and space for approach and use. And this is the one, by the way, that most of the accessibility regulations are aimed at. All right. And so in this principle, we as designers need to provide appropriate size and space for approach and use of items, regardless of our user's body size, their posture, or their mobility. And this includes both approach, how do they get to, for example, a fixture, reach, okay, and manipulation and use. One of the pieces that's important for this is a clear line of sight to the important elements, even if someone is in a seated posture or is of very low stature. They still need to be able to see the controls. You also need to provide adequate space for assistive devices or personal assistance. What could those devices be? A cane, a walker, a wheelchair. These are some common ones. And all of those need extra space. In our example here, we have a microwave installed below the countertop, right, with a nice, generous work aisle. So that provides easy approach, easy reach, and easy use of the microwave. What are some design applications then for kitchens and bathrooms? When you're thinking about reach range, you need to put all controls of all of your fixtures and appliances and lighting, etc., all right, within easy reach range. You also need to put some of each type of storage, not all storage, all right? It's okay to still have tall storage if someone in the household can reach that. But if there's someone who can't, then you need to provide a variety of storage in all those different reach ranges and accessories. We're talking the bathroom accessories too. Split double ovens can help with this, and also microwaves at comfort height, like we saw in the last slide. Also think about knee space. Knee space helps by providing access for anyone who needs to be in a seated position. Could be someone in a wheelchair, could be someone who needs to use a chair for extended or long duration activities. At a sink, at a cooktop, at a work counter in the kitchen. Right? In the bathroom, we need to think about vanities and lavatories. Now, also think about how someone accesses your space and how they can turn around, use everything, and leave. So we want to leave a clear floor space at all appliances and fixtures. And kind of a standard good size for that is 30 inches by 48 inches. And you want to leave room for someone to turn around, again, so they can access everything and also comfortably leave a space. The final thing we want to talk about is mirrors. A full height mirror will provide use or will be able to be used by people of different stature and different positions. So following these 7 principles of universal design can help make your kitchen or bath projects open and accessible for use for people of all sizes and abilities. Thanks, everyone.